I'm a storyteller, a narrative strategist. Most recently, I'm working with an organisation in the circular economy in New Zealand around story and narrative. But I'm also very much a systems change agent. I'm very interested in how the tools of story and narrative can be used to pull the right levers and shift us in the right direction on some of the world's most complex and tricky systemic challenges. How the power of story really both drives us as human beings, because of course we are very much story-driven creatures. No matter how much we might think that we have triumphed over our primal minds and that we are, clever, rational beings, we are very much moved by the power of story, much more than we are by facts and figures and rationale. Story and narrative create the basis for the world around us. So all of our social systems are built upon a narrative, upon a story. The way that we trade goods and services, and we trade our time to earn money to buy those goods and services, that's all based on a story. Everything that we see around us, our food system, our education system, our systems of governance, are all based essentially on stories. And they are narratives that we have come to understand as a given, or as the way things are. If we wish to change the world, we can only get so far by arguing with more climate change graphs and more charts and statistics around poverty and inequality. The key to solving our systemic issues is to be able to imagine what a better future looks like, or what the future could look like if we did things in a different way. And that's where I see the role of story being so key in systemic change. In our day and age, myth has become a bit of a dirty word. It's in many instances it is synonymous with lies or untruth, or we hear things like climate change is a myth, or from perhaps some conservative politicians, or we hear trickle down economics is a myth, but whatever it is, it seems to be that we are saying this thing is not true. The ways that human beings used myth was a much more beautiful tool in the story toolkit, and that myth was often a seed of truth that had been wrapped up in a story to make it easier to communicate, or make it so that people can perpetuate that truth in an entertaining way, or in a way that can be universally understood by many different cultures. And we see that with many myths or legends that have slightly different versions from culture to culture, but there are many common themes throughout around some of the innate truths of what it means to live a good life, or what it means to be human.